Talking Normies Podcast.
What up?
Heyo.
Good afternoon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Talking Normies podcast. This episode came together in pieces because you were actually about to go out of town for a wedding. And Chris is busy being a dad.
Yeah,
We replaced with Chris with Spencer today. He's our Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Okay, yeah.
Jamie, can you pull up more misinformation for my 100 million followers? But let's just start with some life catch up. We did something really cool on Friday. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Sandbox.
Yeah.
We should talk about Sandbox. All right, Pat. That was.
I'll talk about it. So, as you guys know, we worked with Sandbox in the past.
What is Sandbox?
Sandbox is a is a virtual reality gaming center where you just get to go in there and play some virtual reality games with your friends and family. It's super fun, and it's like advanced virtual reality, not the stuff that you wear at home, like with your
moving
Oculus.
around.
It's like the shit you actually see in movies.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
they said what VR was going to be like, it's like that.
Yeah, you run around a room, you've got a weapon, you've got your goggles, you feel vibrations on your vest. Like
I kind of low-key want to go there and play like a solo round.
right?
Yeah,
But with as many zombies as we had, because you would have that
Absolutely
whole
not.
room to yourself. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like they
be
mark
so
off the
sweaty.
floor.
Right.
They mark off the floor, but there's still a good like 10 inches between the border and the wall,
Yeah.
so you'll never run into anything, and you always know where your friends are, so you don't really ever run into people. Like it's really cool.
It's a good spot because
Super high tech.
The first time we went a year and a half or so ago, somebody did run into me. It was one of those things where it's like a giant zombie dropped down from the ceiling and she turned around and looked at it. And instinct is just to run and she run forward and we just smashed into each other.
Yeah, dude, they get scary, man.
We should maybe do that for next week. Compile a bunch of like VR accidents because there's some. funny
There's gotta be out there.
Oh no, there's tons of videos
Yeah.
of people in their living rooms just like eating shit. Especially when they have like their grandma or grandpa try.
Yeah, for the first time.
For the first time,
Dude.
bro. It's
Actually try to
watching old
walk.
people in VR. I mean, not the funny injuries.
now I'll put my mom into it.
Now
My
we're
grandma can't
seeing-
walk anymore. Injuries.
Right, like let your grandparents do it sitting down.
Because like when you're dealing with the games that have any kind of like sense of height or
Oh my god,
scale,
the climbing game?
it truly feels that way. So like I'll never go skydiving, but there's like VR videos. So I did one of a the squirrel suit.
No, you did.
Yeah, and
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
all right, got the gist.
They're pretty wild.
What do you do it? Because I want to do
bro.
it.
Yeah, on my Oculus, just go to YouTube and.
But
Yeah.
you're not like really like flying.
What? No,
No, you just in VR. Yeah,
No, but
that's
you know what's
terrible.
where you could be like in the door, but the wind one.
And like
You
a wind tunnel,
could-
Yeah.
indoor
you could-
skydiving.
That'd be kind of dope in VR,
You could grab a
actually.
Yeah.
stool and put a fan in front of it, and then just like plank.
Just plank on it.
just plank on the stool. You get the same sensation. But yeah, so what were we doing at Sandbox? Pat?
Sandbox, yeah. Like I said, we worked with them in past, but this time around we did something different. We actually live streamed the game. We were the first to ever do something like that with Sandbox, and we were also the first. I'm going to say this word. I hate saying this word, but also the first influencers to play that game. Before anyone else got to play that game, so it was a really cool opportunity for us.
The way Sandbox works is they have like a series of games, and sometimes they make sequels to those games as like a running story to keep people coming back. So this was a new installment to their like zombie game. It's called Deadwood.
It was Deadwood something,
Deadwood
I forget.
Phobia.
Deadwood
Yeah,
Phobia.
And Phobia was an acronym for the place that we were in trying to save.
Yeah.
Awful
Like
people.
Awful name for a
Right?
place
What
to
the
go.
you remember that game Fear? That was also an
dude.
acronym.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Fear is the reason I never played any other scary games.
So this was a brand new installment to their zombie franchise, and
It's really good.
they gave us the opportunity to be the first
And it was
first on the scene, baby.
Yeah,
It was super fun. We had a great time. They loved having us. So be on the lookout. We're going to be doing some more stuff with Sandbox.
We streamed it from there, but you can talk about this, Spencer. Like how was like setting up and like and all that.
Yeah, I mean the process. Well, all we did was like really simple for our first go around. We just streamed on YouTube and Twitch, but like because we've worked with them a couple of times before, and we had the idea. It's like if we have audio and video, we can stream it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like if it can be on video, it can be streamed. So we hit them with the idea, and it took them. They ran all the way up the chain, and they're like, "Yeah, we really want to do this." And me and Pat had a meeting with their IT and customer, not
and
satisfaction,
like the
customer experience
the
team or
corporate
whatever.
office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
based
without
up in-
naming names, but
Yeah. And
Were they like, oh my god, this guy's like, did they just never thought of it before? Like, why have they never
Well,
streamed?
I don't think they knew it was
I
a
mean,
possibility.
honestly, like even as popular as like Twitch streaming is, it only ever captures like the young kids coming
Yeah.
into the scene.
Yeah.
All the adults that are already adults, they're like, wait, what?
it's definitely an
Wait, you
awesome
make
thing
how
to
much
do.
money
But
playing video games?
to me personally, I don't want to rock my whole resume, but I've done like a web conference once before where we had like pre-recorded bits, then we cut back to live and had people talk, then we had interviewers. Like, this is the COVID era, so we had to do all stuff like that. So, but yeah, we just ran all through an OBS scene. OBS is magical. So much fun stuff you can do with it.
OBS is magical, but it's also a bitch to set up sometimes in order to troubleshoot.
If
You've
you-
learned a lot though.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, yeah. Because like whatever you installed on my computer, I lost all of that, so like I have to kind of wing it now. But yeah, no, it was super fun. Check out. There's probably a Sandbox somewhere near you.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big franchise. They're even partnered with Netflix because they have a Squid Game VR. So if you ever wanted to check out how you would do in the Squid Game,
Which
we
should be
also
the next
did.
one.
you
Yeah.
can go
Yeah.
check that out. But yeah, so that was on Friday, and that's why we're recording 2 podcasts this week because we typically record on Friday and it's out by Monday.
Could not
But-
last Friday.
But we couldn't because we did the Sandbox, which was super fun. So this is a rush
Yeah.
emergency
Which
podcast.
you guys will probably be able to see some of that, right?
Yeah,
Is that
so-
out yet? Or?
Oh yeah. So I also took cameras and mics there, and we're gonna make a little vlog out of it.
Got some BTS.
Hopefully that will be out. Hopefully this. Okay, so it's Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Stay
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
That just
Yeah.
made me feel like I
Thought it
had
was
so much more
Monday.
time. Hopefully this will be out by tomorrow, Wednesday, and then that VR vlog will be out by Friday. That's my aim. But yeah, okay. So that's what we got up to. And speaking of video games, me and Spidey are gonna be playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Well, no, not tonight, but
Yeah.
for you guys. But on
For
Tuesdays.
you guys yesterday night, but subscribe to the Normies Twitch, twitch.tv/the Normies TV.
For free.
It's kind of a variety show. All of the Normies are doing something a little bit different, so you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. But me and Spidey are gonna be playing Sparking Zero.
Yeah, DBZ.
Both downloaded it last night.
Yeah, played through it a little bit.
Spidey has been the most hype on it, and I'll be honest with you, I really wasn't, because like I've tried other DBZ games and they've all kind of been, you know. So I was like, yeah, whatever, another DBZ game, but
And this one.
but
But Fighter Z was
yeah,
very solid. That
I like
very
that one,
good.
actually.
But that was more. Was that more like 2D?
Yeah, that was a 2D.
Yeah. So yeah, but like this one is.
It's 3D.
Bro, it's
You're in character,
listen,
man.
it's.
You know it's a good game when I'm at the gym and like bodybuilders are talking about playing this game, and that's all they talk.
Sparking Zero.
I was
Really?
there. I was like
Bro.
doing it because my headphones weren't working, so I was like listening to other people's conversations. They're just like doing Kai, like whatever Kai come moves.
Kaioken.
Yeah, like stuff like that. In the gym, like they're like playing. I was like, you guys are fucking nerds.
I think the biggest difference for this game is it's running on the Unreal Engine now, so it's like a complete top.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Well, how was your experience with it? Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like the game looks incredible. It plays well. My only gripe right now is fucking giant Saiyan monkey Vegeta keeps beating me up.
That's what I heard. Everyone's having trouble with giant
He's
Saiyan
hard as
Vegeta.
shit,
Yeah.
Because
bro.
like it. Okay, I do have 2 gripes about the game. I feel like when you're fighting enemies at a higher difficulty, it's not so much about like they present like a variety of moves or like a challenge. They just like spam the same fucking move, and that's the hardest thing about the Saiyan Vegeta is like he just spams this one move that
Dude.
just like takes you down. But it's still good though. And my other gripe is not. There is control customization where you can like remap your buttons, but not fully. So like the right button and right trigger can only be swapped between those 2 things. You can't.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so like, cause as I was playing it, I was like, oh, what if this button was this button? But like, I wasn't. So
Yeah.
hopefully they change that. If they bring like full button customizability, oh my god,
You
it's
probably
Game
can.
changer.
You probably can in Steam.
I have it on Steam.
Without getting too into the weeds, I think you can remap the buttons in Steam.
Like on a controller, because
Yeah.
you can only really play this game with a controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a controller. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Nice, check it out.
Well, I'll try to. But yeah, it's
fast,
sweet, dude.
man.
Because like the past DBZ games, not Fighter Zero, that was different. But like all the 3D ones, to me, they were always filled with just like a bunch of goofy filler stuff. Like even Kakarot, that one got pretty good reviews, but you're collecting coins on a Nimbus.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're
what are we doing
flying-
here? You know, like it's just weird filler stuff.
Piccolo.
And the flying never really felt fluid. It just felt janky. Like all of the 3D DBZ games felt janky, but like they nailed it. Whatever they did with this one, they nailed
Yeah.
it. It
You
feels
feel like it.
yes, like
Yeah.
it feels like anime fights every single time. It's fucking epic, and the controls are super comprehensive.
Yeah, I'm getting beat so bad on just the story mode that I'm terrified to go online. Like,
I
yeah,
I
it's-
personally
it's
think
bad.
online will be a better experience
I do too.
because you're fighting with like other people who
Probably suck too.
well,
You
you know,
hope.
I think
honestly,
there is
dude.
ranked. So there-
Honestly, dude, like the career gamers, like I wonder who's best in the world right now and how good they've already gotten.
Yeah.
In like the 3 days this game's been out.
you know what? You know what? Like one of the like abused meta is right now.
What?
Yajirobe.
Yajirobe, yeah.
Because there's like a team mechanic in there, right? A team building mechanic.
Yeah,
so Yajirobe only costs like what 2 team
I
points. or whatever?
haven't looked yet.
Yeah,
There's-
Yajirobe he's one of the cheaper, weaker characters, right? But he has the Sensu Bean that he can use infinite times as long as it regenerates as his ability, which regenerates full health.
That's broken.
So like, they're putting him on teams with other decent characters, and if you're ever like ahead, all you have to do is run and hide, or run away and not get hit, and activate the Sensu Bean over and over again.
yeah.
And that's the meta right now.
Lucky timeout.
Yeah, they're
Just timeout
gonna.
victories. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, there should be a limit on how many sensor beans you can use.
I'm sure there's nerfs coming, but like,
'Cause
you
I-
gotta get on there and try that out before they nerf
You
him.
can just
Because
run and
Because
hide.
that was my biggest gripe with the show is like, why don't you guys ever grow enough beans? Like, there's
Yeah.
never enough beans.
I feel like in actual Dragon Ball.
For Pat, real quick, like in the anime show, like when they would take damage, there's something called a sensu bean. It's a literal bean, and when you eat it, it just
Heals everything.
you're just healed.
You're
Like,
back to
just
100%.
yeah, so you can
Yeah.
get back in the fight. So
Okay.
I feel like they mentioned how long it takes to make them in Dragon Ball, but I forget exactly what.
that's
but
probably
there's-
why.
it
there's something
takes at
about
least
it.
2 to 4 weeks of episodes to
Right.
generate another one.
okay, then collect the Dragon Balls.
Can you not-
Hey man,
Yeah.
can you make sensu beans easier to grow?
Aren't there like GMO beans? Sensu
Right,
beans?
yeah.
That's
Why
Shenron's
not?
job, dude. Like,
Yeah. Bulma should really
The
get on
scientists
that.
on this.
Bulma's the smartest one on the
miracle
planet.
drug.
Yeah, Jin.
I was surprised with like how much content you get with the game. Like it
a lot.
it hurts to pay $70 for a game these days.
But you can learn whatever you haven't seen on Dragon Ball Z. Like I'm pretty sure it'll
Yeah.
go through the baby era with GT and all that.
Oh, it's going
You
through
know,
everything.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about DBZ games. Is since you haven't seen the series, it could be a way to sort of watch it because it kind of
Yeah.
gives you like a cliff notes of like what happens through the series.
Oh, so you catch up.
You won't get everything. There's probably still going to be a lot of things where
It's
you're
like
like,
major events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That touches on.
Kakarot does really well at doing the story. Like,
yeah, I think they
that's-
did good on that
you
one.
learn that.
But yeah, so yeah, I think we'll be playing that for a bit. We might. I mean, you're good at setting up like tournaments and stuff. It'd be cool if we could set up like a Discord
I have been
tournament.
known to do that.
They don't
Yeah.
want that smoke on Discord.
So if you're watching,
Oh.
please get on the Discord and please talk about it.
Yes, get on.
If you want to do it, we'll do it.
Yeah, get on our Discord. Link is probably in the description.
Yeah, we'll put it there.
Yeah, we'll put it there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Put it on
you know,
the screen. Put it in text on the
just to
screen.
keep
Right.
up with the, that's where all the fans hang out. There's all kinds of channels to talk about all kinds of things. And I definitely want to put together some kind of tournament.
Yeah, we have to.
We need a tournament arc, and it could be like a series of videos. And anyways, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yajirobe's band.
Oh yeah. We will be playing on Twitch, but we almost weren't able to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stupid.
we got.
that wasn't boobs. It was the bush.
It was the
It
buttocks.
wasn't.
Oh,
No,
is it?
it
Yeah,
wasn't
buttocks.
that
It
either.
was the
It
buttock.
wasn't the bush. It was the butt.
It was
Oh, yeah, it was
of
butt.
all the things.
It was the buttock.
It was
That's
butt
what's in the
cheeks.
email.
We're grounded by
Yeah,
Twitch.
Thin ice.
We're on thin ice with Twitch. They're
Right.
starting to use our full name. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The middle name came out.
Twitch.tv/NormiesTV. You are in trouble.
We were watching The Shining, which when we watch movies, we'll live stream it to Twitch. Not like the footage, like
Mainly Fridays, though.
we are clever about it, where it's audio only, but you can like watch the movie along with us. But like we'll show like a portion of the screen, and this time I didn't expect there to be full on nudity in this movie.
Yeah, it's a scary movie. I didn't expect that either, but I was happy
because it does come out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, okay.
It's like, oh, she's naked. Get me out of the tub.
It's just prolonged bush for and
okay. See, when everyone wanted to stream plus size Delph, and I was like, no, you can't do that. This is why. I told everyone, no, we're not allowed to do that.
Like you said, we've also live streamed The Boys, and that is way worse.
I guess there's no
so much worse.
Butts in it.
But also, like, there's like ASMR Twitchers out there. There's like, you know, like there's strippers with just their titties and pasties on.
Well, Twitch banned us for 3 days, but we're back. We're back,
baby.
You can't keep us down.
Keep us banned
We're so
for 3
fucking
days.
You can't keep us down.
Unless you do it again, then it'll be like 7 days.
But yeah, that was a funny.
We didn't get a copyright. We didn't get strikes though.
That's good.
Yeah. We don't know no strikes.
We got 0 of those right now. Yep.
We're doing really,
copyright
really
strikes
well.
or strikes. TOS violations are their own magical ballpark where if you screw up too much, they just decide to ban you. But
all right, so speaking of video games, let's get to this. I have a mystery segment that I haven't filled anybody in on except Spencer. Spidey, I think we need to have a little intervention.
Yeah, man. What do I do?
We need to have a little intervention for Spidey. Okay, so Spidey, recently you made a video defending Star Wars Outlaws.
we love the heck out of you. We love the heck out of you, buddy.
And the intervention here is, Spidey, I think it might be time to admit
it is
that Ubisoft just kind of sucks.
They're literally done. The only thing still keeping them from me is Splinter Cell Blacklist, and that's because I still play it from like 2013.
They're gonna fucking find a way to fuck it up, man.
Yeah, dude, it's been bad.
Splinter Cell was fun back in the day, though.
It is. It's still.
I can't believe you played Splinter Cell.
Yeah, I played it.
Really?
Me and my brother used to play that shit on the PlayStation all the time.
The most recent
it doesn't
game-
feel like a game that you'd be into.
I wasn't into it. I wouldn't play, but like, you know, your parents would make you like, you guys get your own gaming time. So mine was always like WWE or like Madden, and my brother was Splinter Cell, so I was forced to play with him. But I didn't mind playing with him.
So you're just like watching him play?
I played with him.
Ubisoft had a soul one time though, man. They weren't like EA is now.
They have so many properties that are like bangers, dude.
So much nothing with Star Wars Outlaws that it has become like memeably funny.
I'll tell you what, they're really good at making trailers.
Yeah,
they sure are.
They're
it looks,
super good at making
in the game,
trailers.
like it feels fun, but it's too repetitive. There's not enough. Like the world feels cool. You got your little speeder bike, that's fun. Now it's not Grand Theft Auto.
Now, like a year from now, they're gonna add a bunch of shit and be like, "See, it's good."
Yep. See, it's
we told you it was a good game. Only took 8 years to get there, but we got it.
Then I've been watching. I'm not like super in the know with the video game news. All I know is like financially speaking, Ubisoft is like hanging on by a thread.
Dude, so like they
are very. They're very near. Like X Defiant is really good. I think it's solid as a free to play COD style shooter. I think it's super fun, but they're just not marketing it. So like the player base on that is dwindling like quickly. So
they
Ubisoft may not be around for long.
They're supposed to go to the Tokyo show, like video game convention. Then they dropped out like the day before.
Yeah, show what?
Yeah, exactly. And it was because they were supposed to be showing Assassin's Creed Shadows, which they don't really like in Tokyo.
Yeah,
they're like, no, that shit sucks. And then they said we're going to drop it in February, and then Ghost of Tsushima, Yotai, also dropped.
Yeah,
like, and they're coming out in February. It's like, or no, in 2025. And it's just like now you're gonna lose for sure. Like they're dropping their only samurai game in the year in February. You definitely shouldn't have done that. It's not gonna go well.
And it's because of this whole microtransaction mentality. You know, like late stage capitalism will eventually ruin everything, and it's happened to video games. And it's because like even with Star Wars Outlaws, they're like, it's $100. Unless you subscribe to our service for 20, like, you know.
And you know what? Subscribing to the service to find out was worth it to me because I spent $15. I played the game maybe 4 or 5 times. I finally got to go into hyperspace, and now I'm like, that's all I wanted to do.
That probably would be
Sabat.
the cheapest way. Play it and then cancel your service within the month.
1 month before. Yeah.
Speaking of,
there you go.
Like,
Loophole to play Star Wars Outlaws for $15.
Why can't Ubisoft make us another Rayman game?
They actually, aren't they making another Rayman?
I don't know.
I mean, not a Raving Rabbids game. Like, I want like a 2D Rayman game.
Yeah.
There are.
Or where's like Beyond Good and Evil 2? It's been like 20 years. We have no new news on Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Beyond Good and Evil. Did they also make Jade Empire?
No, that was BioWare.
That was BioWare.
KOTOR.
Who did the most recent
my
Prince
God.
of Persia? Because that's actually really fun. It's 2D. It's kind of like Metroid.
That was probably Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Oh, yeah,
think?
yeah, it
Okay, there
was.
was that one.
There's
Okay.
one. That's one.
Okay, fine.
Do you guys think? Because like Ubisoft has been, or is it Ubi or Ubi? Ubisoft.
I always said Ubi.
I do too.
I always
It's
said
French.
Ubi.
It's French Canadians.
Ubi.
All right, Ubisoft. They're like they're like one of the pillars of video games. Like it's like
they
it's a
started that
massive
stealth.
company, but
Yeah.
like, do you think that a company like this, like a giant in the industry, needs to fucking die to, like, metaphorically speaking, to send a message, like a shockwave through the industry of being like, hey, maybe we get back to just making good games. Maybe,
Sort of.
well, maybe
but I
we
mean,
just,
they've also been laying people off. They have too many studios. Like they've got
I wanna
Ubisoft
know-
Toronto, Ubisoft this, Ubisoft that. Ubisoft like
see, and to fix all these problems, I would like to know what the corporate board is making. Like, what are the salaries? Because
Yeah.
if any motherfucker's taking home $100 million, fuck you, dude.
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they're making that.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be 200 to
There's gotta
500
be.
million combined.
Yeah.
You know, just on their boards.
Yeah.
To make what I don't know.
Speaking of
Plus, I'm the ruler.
microtransactions, I've been playing a game recently that has a battle pass. Which game do you think that has a battle
Fortnite.
pass?
Call of
Do you
Duty.
not expect that it would have a battle pass?
Madden.
Bro,
Call of
is it 2K?
Duty or 2K?
2K.
Oh, of course 2K.
So what, are you getting into new shoes, or-
Battle pass?
Battle pass.
What, a battle pass?
Like,
what
you
do
know,
you-
like how like in battle pass you had to play like every season.
And you bought it?
I'm the guy.
Of course, bro. He's got to have the shit that someone else doesn't get. You gotta
But,
get
like,
accolades.
you unlock like skins, you unlock like perks, and you unlock like perks. 2K has perks.
That's kind of sick,
2K players playing the same video game since 2000.
bro.
Copy paste, copy
Quick
paste.
update on the Ubisoft situation. So
no.
Ubisoft, Tencent owns 9.2% of Ubisoft, while the Hiedemann Brothers Ltd owns 20%.
Damn.
Tencent?
However, Tencent owns
Isn't that
a
also
49.
TikTok?
Yes, Tencent also owns a 49.9% stake in the Hiedemann Brothers.
What is that?
I don't know, but it's some holding, probably some
What the
strategy
fuck?
holding.
Is
thing.
Tencent like the Viacom of like...
I was about to say they got
Internet
slaves. Like,
culture?
what
I
is
think
that?
they're bigger than Viacom, honestly.
Yeah, 'cause
Tencent
Tencent-
owns a lot.
Damn.
Tencent owns TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah, they own
That's
Riot
always what...
Games. They own. It's probably too long to list, really.
Dude, that's what's always so scary is like when you go down that rabbit hole and you figure out like most things are owned by just like 4 or 5 shadow
Yup.
companies that are never talked about, never mentioned, no one even knows.
Yeah.
Like if you
From mostly Saudi Arabia or China.
if we went out to the nearest plaza and we just interviewed a bunch of people and just asked them, do you know what Viacom is or have you ever heard of it? I bet you more people would be like, I've never
You
heard
gotta ask someone
Not a
in the
single
age
time have I heard
range
that.
of 60 to 80.
for Viacom.
Maybe. Yeah.
Does Viacom do all the anime?
No.
They probably own
No,
some
you're thinking
anime,
about
but
something
not-
different. No. Viacom is an American company. Most things in American entertainment funnel back to Viacom. Like that is the that is the mother company. That's the Johnson and Johnson of like TV.
Conglomerate.
Yeah, it's
nice.
it's everything. But yeah, anyway, so okay, there we go. Spidey, the first step is admitting you have a problem.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
So that was your
Thanks.
intervention. It's
You
time.
are a leech on the underbelly of the corporate machine, Spidey.
It's nostalgia that's got me kept.
It is time, man. All right, so the next few segments we could do some AITAs or any funny
Yeah.
Reddit stuff you guys want to
I
pull
love
up.
a good AITA. I've got a couple.
Or
Yep.
Pat, is there anything you want?
Well, how about this? I'll give you guys a little teaser
Okay.
for next week. What I'll bring to the table.
Okay.
So here's my little teaser for next week. Because remember, I like to bring bizarre sports stories.
Bizarre sports
to,
stories.
to you guys.
I thought that was really fun.
It was. That was
So here's a little teaser: Kansas City Chiefs football team, influencer, social media influencer, and multiple bank robberies.
Okay.
All
I'm
right,
invested.
I'm
in.
ready to jump into that rabbit hole.
Athletes robbing banks.
No, social media influencer.
Oh
okay.
man, dude,
So, yeah.
it's
The Town 2.
oh, I forgot about that movie, dude.
That was a great movie.
That might have been the first movie I ever saw.
Ben Affleck or Mark Wahlberg?
No, it wasn't Mark Wahlberg. Who's? Oh God, what's his name?
Ben Affleck.
No,
What are we talking about?
Jeremy Renner. Yeah,
Town?
yeah, he was in The Town. He was like the other brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the first movie I ever saw Jeremy Renner in. But anyway, sorry, what were we talking about?
Hawkeye, right? Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yeah. Okay, so that sounds like a very interesting rabbit hole. So we'll look out for that next week. That's going to be a fun story. Yeah, and other than that, me and Spidey had some channel updates, but we can get to that. So, like, what do you guys want to jump into next?
I would love to do some Am I the Assholes. I normally pick them out, like, a little bit ahead, so I've got some that I was going to look at, and then this one just kind of popped up and caught my attention. It was posted 19 hours ago.
Sometimes you just got to follow the universe.
Yeah, there's no answer yet.
It gives it to you, and I'll pop it up on screen for the watchers.
Yeah, I'll send it. There's no answer on whether or not this person's an asshole or not, so we'll get to determine on our own. It says, am I the asshole here for wanting my wife to stay at a job she hates because we can possibly be millionaires?
No, you just think about your future.
Well,
hold on.
Let's
do a first answer, then we'll read it, right? Do you want to guess first?
Yeah.
I
suppose we should give our take based on just that, right?
Yeah.
We don't know any details yet, so who wants to go first? I would like to say no, but what is the industry we're talking about? But yeah, I mean, if there's potential for that much, maybe you make a compromise to stay there.
Millions.
You don't have to stay there forever. Maybe like collect your first big paycheck and then dip.
Yeah.
But as the husband, like, what are you also going to be doing?
Yeah, is he working to make a million?
That's a big job. That's a hard job.
Right? Yeah, but like okay. Well, yeah, that's my answer.
But
I don't think so because you're thinking about your future and your family. So no.
Yeah, are kids in the equation?
I'm gonna lean towards because she already doesn't want to stay, right? Like we know this off tops.
Mm-hmm. She says she hates it.
I'm leaning towards. Yes, only because I feel like the ask has been asked once before and it's continuing to be asked. Which is why he's on Reddit right now asking the internet.
Please, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. What's her plan?
Yeah, what's her job?
No. What's her plan B? Like, what is she trying to transition to? I guess, like, yes, you are the asshole, but it could be good for your family's, longevity.
Let's find out.
Could be good for your bloodline.
It's from the Am I the Asshole? Says me, 30-year-old male, and my wife, 30-year-old female, are lower middle class people. Always have been. We have a pretty good life. We have a pretty good life, great son, and a house over our heads. But we always wanted more. He punctuates weird. But we always wanted more property and the ability to do what we want. I make okay money, but just enough to basically live where we are now. She put her 2 weeks in today because she hates customer service and talking to customers. She says she wants to do something she likes, but has no clue what that could possibly be. She is a good employee and her company knows it. So when she told them she was leaving, they offered her 1,000 shares of the company. If she stays another year, she could possibly gain another 2,000. She has to work for 5 years before she can sell them. The rate the company is growing and projected to be in 5 years would effectively make us a little over $1 million. In my opinion, setting us up for the rest of our lives, but she refused and is still looking for another job. I feel selfish as fuck for even considering to tell her to tough it out for 5 years, but I also want her happy. That's all I really want. But it's also a lot of money to us. Am I the asshole here?
I don't think he's the asshole at all.
5 years.
That's customer service. Suck it up for 5 years.
So that's exactly where I want to pick up on that. I am very suspicious of these details. You're going to be
customer service.
I kind of am too.
Customer service. You're answering phone calls and they're giving you 3,000 shares of the company. That sounds like a bunch of biggity bullshit.
How many shares does the company have?
It sounds like a bunch of biggity bullshit to get you to stick around. Like there's something fishy there. Like I'm customer service and I can make $1 million in 5 years.
Run that.
For me, like I worked in customer service from like 17 to like almost 30 because really like my last job wasn't a customer service job, but I had customers, right? So I was the service. But like that's what I did like most of my life up until recently. And even still we have customers, but I mean customer service sucks. It doesn't matter where it's hard.
But it ain't gonna pay you a fucking million.
Yeah, so 1,000.
She got dirt on the company.
3,000 shares can't sell for 5 years.
Here's where I am with this. I'm suspicious that that's a real offer, or if it's going to pan out based on the fact that she's customer service. Like if she was like on the corporate board or something, like that would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're hook, line, and sinker getting her to want to stay. However,
you think it was a fake offer?
However, I don't think that the husband is a asshole because solely of the fact that she doesn't know what she wants to transition into. So the conversation should be, I think you should stay, and let's, for 5 years if this offer is real or not. And in the meantime, on your off time, you got to figure out where you're going. What are you doing? Like, you can't just leave a job and be like, okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you can't leave $1 million job offer and just not do anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Especially
if you don't
know your game plan.
Yeah, they're both 30.
Both 30 years old. Mm-hmm. So, $35 million.
If it's real.
I'm 34 right now. I could use $1 million next year.
And
this option's on the table for me.
And that 5 years, people have like 5-year plans. So like that could be your 5 years to like, do you want to start a business? Are you an artist? Like, what do you want to do? Like, are you a performer? Like, what's your next thing that you're doing? And then that's really how you got to do it, man. Like, that's how we built this YouTube channel. We all had regular jobs, and then one Sunday at a time, we recorded videos, edited. Like, we built this on our off time. So like, whatever you are striving towards, it's not going to happen magically. It's going to be a lot of hard work, and you're probably going to have to do it on your off time like a second job.
Yeah.
For me, the escape to even getting to this point was seriously like, it's hard of customer service jobs, because a lot of people say, yeah, everyone does customer service. So like, what can you offer? And it's like, you really have to work hard to find something. Because I was doing freelance videography when I was at Home Depot, like even with my college degree and shit, like I was still having a hard time finding graphics jobs or video jobs and stuff like that. So I had to find it on the outside work. I mean, I hate work so much. I'm like, I will do anything on the weekends.
Same. Yeah, I was
doing, and I finally did it.
I was doing bill collecting at Sallie Mae when I started working here, and it was soul-sucking work. It was terrible.
Customer service, it's tough enough just to have to interact with it, let alone work it, because like, it's never for anything good. You never need customer service for a good thing. It's usually like
someone needs help with something.
Something has gone so catastrophically wrong that I have to make a phone call now. Like, I have to have a conversation with someone, and then of course it's the robot first. And fuck that shit. As soon as they start talking,
20 minutes later,
I either start pressing 0 or I'm like, representative.
Give me a person.
And then once you finally do get the person, I'm so mad, but I don't want to take it out on them, because it's not their fault. So you just have to be like, yeah, I'm having a little issue.
Suppress everything.
You're just trying to hold in your anger, and you're like, okay, can I have your last name?
When I moved into my house, it took over a week to get like my internet turned on, and I was just losing my mind. I was on the phone with these people every day, and this is the first time I've ever yelled at somebody on the phone. And I apologize like immediately. I'm so sorry. Like, I know this is not your fault, but like, I'm losing my mind.
I mean, that's the only state of mind you ever call customer service in.
So real quick, before we determine if he is the asshole, we have a quick edit.
Okay.
Says, didn't expect this to blow up, but thank you all for your opinions. We talked and I listened to the majority of you all. Her mental well-being,
speech.
Right? Her mental well-being is worth a lot more than any money. She's moving on. Time to start a job hunt. Wish her luck.
No.
I will get a job secured first before I will move.
There's a few comments in here.
You fucking look for the job that you don't. This is why you don't fucking listen to Redditor comments for life advice, dude.
Yeah.
This is why you don't fucking listen to internet strangers to point your direction in life in.
They could have been millionaires by 5 years.
There are a couple comments agreeing with Mickey where like
he's gone. No. Let's screw the million. Let's say that they've decided that she's leaving. Let's say that's the decision. She's leaving. You gotta find your next job before you leave, dog. You can't just quit and be like, all right, I'm on the hunt
she
now.
must have been good at it, because they offered her 3,000 shares.
Which is why I think it's bullshit, dude.
And so there's a lot of comments that were also saying that, where it's like, the fact that they said it could possibly get up, like,
bullshit.
That sucks to me, though.
They're saying also there's a lot of cases of older people getting that same kind of a deal, and then they get fired before
the
their
company
5 years
shuts
is
down.
up.
And they're like, it's worth nothing. Sorry.
Exactly.
Trash.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't buy that at all. So leave, but figure out your next move before you leave. That's the responsible thing to do. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy that he's like, I listened to you guys, and now we're both jobless. now we're not lower middle class.
This is where I'm
poor.
We're actually poor. Our son sucks.
All right.
You guys ready for the next one?
That was
Yeah.
semi-okay advice.
Okay. Am I the asshole for shaming my sister for being pregnant and refusing to help her at all with any expenses?
Shaming your sister for being pregnant?
And refusing to help her at all with any expenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here it is. I have a two-parter.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Asshole for shaming her for being pregnant, but not an asshole for helping for her expenses. Where's her husband? Or where's the boyfriend? He's supposed to be doing the expenses.
That is true. That is true.
You're
I think
an
that's
asshole
where
for
this
shaming
is
her.
heading. I think this is heading towards
That's an
you
adequate
got pregnant
point.
with a guy who's not helping you at all, and now you're asking me for money. I think is that where this is going.
But based on the first part of... The first part...
First part is an asshole.
Right, but like since they're both the same sentence, like
Yeah.
I agree with
Makes
you
it
that the
confusing.
husband should be there, but him not wanting to help with the money, I don't think has to do with that. I think he's just a fucking asshole. But we need details. What's going on?
I'm leaning towards yes, but let's see how bad the relationship is.
I will be shocked if we come out of this being like, no, he's actually totally right.
24-year-old male.
No, so it's 24-year-old female, have a twin sister, Ashley.
Okay.
We've always been close. She just started dating this guy a year ago, Jared, 32-year-old male. Age difference.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know why I assumed it was a guy.
Not right? Sound like a guy thing.
We all assumed it was a guy.
I never really liked him, but my sister was always head over heels in love with him, and said she wanted to marry him. This summer, I was at the grocery store when a woman with 3 kids came up to me in an aisle and asked if I was Ashley. I said no and was about to say we're twins when she cut me off and said, yes, you are. You're dating my deadbeat baby daddy, and I want to stalk... No. Yes, you are. You're dating my deadbeat baby daddy, and you want to stalk my pages, leaving hate messages saying he chose you over us and to move on. How heartless are you? I was like, what the fuck? I am not Ashley. I'm her twin sister, Blair, and asked if she was talking about Jared. She said yes and showed me the screenshots of my sister DMing her saying Jared is now hers. He doesn't claim those kids, blah, blah. I was very uncomfortable, but I know in my gut he was a weirdo. I was also so shocked that my sister would date a deadbeat, and proudly knowing how our father being a deadbeat sent us both to therapy.
Okay.
I just walked away.
Repeats.
Right? I just walked away. A few days later, I asked my sister, and she denied it at first, then admitted it, saying she didn't want to tell me he has kids since I personally don't date men with kids, and she didn't want me to judge her. I told her I was judging the fact that he's a deadbeat, not a father. We argued about it a lot, and I've looked at her differently since. Anyways, this week she invites me over, and her and Jared tell me she's pregnant and are both so happy. I just sit there silently and keep eating. She asked me why I was acting like a bitch and why aren't I happy to be an aunt, and I said because of, and gestures towards Jared. He got mad and said, what's your problem with me? And I said, because you're a deadbeat. They both got quiet, and he said, that doesn't mean I'll be one for this kid. Oh, no. At that point, I laughed and got up to leave. I'm in the hallway on the way to the elevator when my sister comes running behind me and keeps asking why I'm being so rude while she's sobbing. I told her that she should be ashamed to be pregnant by a guy that abandoned his other kids, knowing that happened to us, and that she's disgusting and a loser, and he's going to leave her like he did his ex. She said, I don't know the full story, and she can't believe I would be not supportive in this time of her life, and the baby has half my DNA too. I felt bad, and I said I would try to be there for her, but she'll realize what a mistake she made. Then I left. Now she's texting saying she wants me to come back and apologize to Jared, and I refused, and she said that she doesn't want to speak to me if I don't apologize to them. Am I the asshole?
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
Fuck Ashley, bro.
Yeah, we came out of that, and first of all, we assumed it was a guy.
We all like, you're an asshole. That's your sister, man.
I don't know why. I don't know why we all assumed it was a guy,
sister.
but I came out of that. Yeah, there's no fault there.
There's no fault. Nope. No, not at all.
Yeah, that clears it up.
3 kids, bro?
3 kids.
With the 3 kids?
You know what? That was a good microcosm of why our justice system is so important. Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, he was guilty off top. We were just like, yes.
I'm sure she'll be a good aunt. Like, she'll take care of help her sister's kid, but she'd be like,
She doesn't need
fucking
to.
father. I hate your fucking father, you piece of shit.
Dude, that was a fun fact I learned recently, is if a set of twins marries another set of twins, both of their children will be, in terms of DNA, closer to being biological siblings than cousins. Because,
Yeah.
It's two sets of the exact same twin DNA. So like your cousin would be really your sibling.
Does that happen? Surely that's happened.
I'm sure it's happened. Yeah.
But
wild.
That's crazy. That is wild. Yeah.
No, I mean, if anything, the deadbeat's the asshole, right?
That is the asshole.
100%.
100%.
The heart of things.
A lot of comments are just saying not the asshole.
This is why that movie Idiocracy is so scary, dude. Because it truly is
it's
like
going down.
Like the people that are reproducing the most are.
There's a little bit of an update here. It said from the same person.
OP expects to blow up. Thank you for all the gold.
Well, not even. Said I tried to keep it under 3K characters, but her and Jared live with 2 other roommates, and she pays the bill since he has to pay child support. When she texted me to apologize, she asked if I could help her plan the gender reveal and baby shower with her and pay for half since it's my niece nephew, and I said no, but I would attend. Bitch, I'm not paying for that.
No.
Pay for half
I'll
because
buy a
niece.
gift for it.
Buy some diapers.
Okay. So
he don't pay bills, bro. He pays child support. They're probably 3 kids. He's probably getting this shit garnished.
But they live together,
with 2 other roommates.
right? So.
And you better have a kid. The roommates
If
are
you
pissed
live
too.
together, get married, then you can combine your income and also get tax benefits from the fucking government.
But do you want her to marry?
That's what it's there for.
Do you want to marry deadbeat?
If they're look, you're already in the most dire. Hang on. You're already in the most dire of circumstances. You're living with like 4 people. Only one person's paying the bills. If you're living together with your significant other, I guess, like your baby mama, anyways, and there's no other, like, just fucking, and money's a problem. You gotta get help from the government. Get married. Just
They
fucking.
probably can't afford to get married.
You don't have to be
don't gotta do
married. You
anything.
can
Just
still
go to the
fuck
courthouse.
around and do whatever you want, but like, on paper you can get some financial help. Like if they're living together, that doesn't make any fucking sense. She's paying the rent and he's paying child support under the same roof. That makes no sense.
But,
Yeah, without her, I don't think
we
you can pay
know
rent.
he's a deadbeat, and so the likelihood he's gonna leave is high. When they get married, he gets gonna get half of her shit that he shouldn't be getting anyways. If he
gotta
leaves.
sign a prenup.
Yeah, you can do a prenup.
You need a
Be
lawyer
like,
for
look,
that,
we
though,
know
don't
what
you?
this is.
I don't think they can afford a lawyer. I don't know.
Everything's money here.
Honestly, the law works in like weird ways. Honestly, I think you can just write something on a napkin and have like a witness, as long as there's like a verbal agreement and like an agreement. Like that's if you have a witness, that's technically a legally binding. I think. I don't know. I'm not a fucking lawyer.
I'm not about to marry a deadbeat.
But I'm saying they don't have to like act married or be married in the principle of what that means.
I don't care about acting. It's legally because I'm afraid because.
And then they can get divorced whenever they're ready to.
But when you get divorced, it's 50% theirs.
But they're already broken up, so like it would be a handshake agreement of like, hey, our bills are fucked right now. Why don't we get married so we can like get through this, and then when we're both ready to move on, we'll just amicably divorce. You take your shit, I'll take my shit.
Okay,
like,
so there's no 50.
yeah, because they're not married. They're already fucking broken up. Like it doesn't make sense. He's giving her money for her to give. It doesn't make. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, child support's already wild.
People
Dude.
frustrate me.
If I didn't actually witness this in real life, I kind of did. I used to work with a girl who she went to college being an interior designer. Like she completed college. She didn't like the lifestyle outside of it though. Then she worked her way up to a pretty good, decent job at where I was working in retail, and she ends up having like the 3rd or 4th child of this guy who already has 2 or 3 other children, but from 2 or other mothers.
Damn.
And she even told me, she goes like, I don't give a fuck if he stays with me or not. Like, she doesn't care about his kids. She doesn't want to be around his kids. Like, they're not my problem. Like, if he leaves me, I don't fucking care. Like, I want to have a baby. But at least you can take care of herself, though.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What really needs to happen
And you can pay child support.
that deadbeat needs to get a vasectomy.
Man.
You would think.
Because Buddy's fertile.
You would
Like,
think.
what's wrong with you?
You would
How do
think.
you afford it? I don't know, man.
You don't have any.
They don't sell you got money.
Vasectomies are pretty cheap though, right? That's like an in and out.
You listen. You
I
don't
feel
even
like
have to
it's
go
like
to
a
the
I
doctor.
feel like they have a drive-through for that shit.
You don't even have to. Yeah, exactly. Don't go to the doctor. Go to the back alley. Have someone else do it.
I meant like it's a quick procedure.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then you can undo it. Apparently, I don't know how that works. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know how that works.
I guess it's like you're cutting off the thing that makes semen fertile, I guess that
that
vein
lets
gets
it
cut or something like that, and you can reattach. I don't know.
All right, well those were fun.
Yeah.
All right, well let's end the podcast talking about the podcast and its new home on Normies After Dark, and just the future of the channel in general and what's going on, because there's been all kinds of content. I've seen one comment that was like, "Are you guys just doing podcasts now? Did we abandon the other content?" No, we didn't. We didn't.
This is just easier to edit.
No, we didn't. These are easier to edit, and it gets more traction on this channel. So we put the podcast on this channel just to give you more content on this channel. Because sometimes I won't be able to get a video done within a week's time, so at least you'll have something, and the algorithm son will be happy. But as far as content goes, no, we have so much stuff recorded. It's just a matter of editing. It takes a really, really long time to get these things done. But me and Spidey are still going to be doing our classic couch videos. We got a bunch of stuff recorded. But lately we've had a lot of opportunities to do group things. Group games. The Do Not Laugh Challenge popped off. You guys really like that, so we'll definitely be doing more of that. The Sandbox VR video is going to be pretty fun. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. So be on the lookout for just more group content too.
Other game shows on the
that's
way too.
not reactions. You know,
we got game shows. We got some skits coming up.
Yeah,
hangouts.
Yeah, this is gonna be the hangout channel where you get to see us not behind the scenes, but just
doing something else,
just goofing off, just fun content.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm monitoring all the content and seeing how it does and pivoting accordingly. It's still, the channel's been going for a while, but I would still consider it somewhat early days.
It's still fresh, yeah.
And marketing.
I'm still learning things.
We have to hit hard on the marketing as well, but it's been super fun. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. It's been really fun to experiment with different content and stuff.
Yeah. The next experiment, I think, is skits in my mind, because I'm excited to see how they go.
Yeah, we have this idea for a fake podcast, and this is going to be our Instagram specific content, maybe TikTok if we make one. Yeah. I haven't made one yet because I
don't mess with TikTok.
What is supposed to get canceled?
Yeah. Why is it still here?
Hey, what are we doing here?
What happened? Just bullshit on the news.
That was illegal.
That's the only reason why I haven't made one yet for us. But we had this idea for a fake podcast where we just kind of pick a set of characters and just kind of
dive into
just kind of improv you've seen those videos where it's just two guys with a microphone back and forth, that kind of style, but on goofy shit. So more skit than a podcast. But yeah, it's just a matter of editing. There's so many ideas in the backlog. We're just kind of dwindling, chipping away at them. Well, that's all I had.
What are we doing with these chicken tenders over here? Why am I looking at this?
Yeah, honestly, man, I've been staring at that.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, dude, I've been staring at that for.
It's a KFC commercial.
I've been staring at that so hard, dude.
And why does KFC keep talking about the original recipe like there's a new recipe?
Hey.
It's a close up of the breading too. It's
speaking of chicken tenders, honestly, Jaggers.
I love Jaggers.
I've never been. I've seen it.
Jaggers is good shit.
I'm telling you, their chicken tenders are fire. They might be I think they might get these around for their money.
I agree.
Oh, there's so much better than KFC.
Yeah, KFC doesn't.
Jaggers
not
sauce
a competitor.
also hits.
Honestly, dude, KFC the flavor and the spice. I feel like they bumped it down to 5 spices now, dude, because it doesn't it doesn't have that flavor anymore.
I prefer Popeyes.
I do prefer Popeyes.
Chicken is a shiznit.
Yeah.
Have you seen how KFC's Twitter only follows 11 people, and then 6 of them are herbs, and then it's the 5 Spice Girls?
That's hilarious. It's good marketing.
Yeah, 6 random dudes named Herb. And
the
then
only corporate
Spice
account
Girls.
I think I follow is Wendy's.
Wendy's is hit, bro.
Oh,
Wendy's
dude.
is hilarious.
Bro, Wendy's stuff.
Wendy's may have been the first on the scene to do that kind of marketing.
To just start talking shit.
Whoever was running the Wendy's Twitter, dude, they would just talk shit about other companies to start beef, literally treating it like an influencer account.
That's dope.
I feel like Wendy's was the first to do it because then everybody started doing it where every company was a character.
It gets a little real for a second.
Huh?
It gets a little real for a second.
Yeah.
Right.
Wendy's had the first Gen Z marketer that they hired.
Wendy's, whoever they are, they're making money.
They're leaning on Love Is Blind. It's that's bullshit.
No, honestly, because that changed up the game. Because then you saw every single company being like, "No, I'm just a guy."
Right?
Do you remember Arby's? what they would do?
No.
They would take like, I wonder if I can find it. They would take like they would recreate little video game scenes and stuff like that using like Arby's boxes and food and stuff like that. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. I'll Google image.
That's good. I think White Castle's Twitch also slapped at some point.
Dude, I'm gonna grab some chicken on the way home, dog. Well, while you're pulling that up, be sure to subscribe to twitch.tv/thenormiestv. Me and Spidey are gonna be playing Sparking Zero, and as more people get the game, we'll be jumping on there. Pat might even get it because it's infiltrated his gym, and so like now it's related to the gym, dude. You don't have an excuse, really.
Have you looked up Saiyan workouts?
It's related to the gym, though, dude.
Look those up. Those will be fun. Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
Honestly, Pat, you should do the One Punch Man workout for like
it's like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups,
like however many days, and do like a before and after.
Then I'll just have a big chest. No.
It's push-ups, sit-ups,
and then like a 10K run.
cardio, like it's everything.
It's everything. Okay.
Everything's
You should do the
included.
Sporticus push-up challenge.
What?
What is
The
that?
Sporticus push-up challenge that I showed you the
Oh,
other day.
bro, that's just
From Lazy Town. You ever watch Lazy Town?
Oh, what is this?
I'll try it though.
Oh, this is the Arby's. This is what they would do. They would take like boxes, they cut them, and they make like that's KK Slider from Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
That's
what the heck? Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I can see it.
Their marketer was from Pinterest.
That's that's the guy from Chrono Trigger. That's that robot at the beginning of the game.
Huh. 90s gamers.
They did some like deep cut like nostalgia stuff with like these are the Zelda guys.
I
Like,
don't
they did
know.
some cool shit. I love this.
I think Wendy's talking shit is better.
It's just roasting people.
This is pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that was episode number 2
Dos.
of the podcast. Let us know how you're enjoying it. Comment down below. Hey, what's your favorite fried chicken from where? Do you know? What's a unique fried
Is
chicken
it
place?
Raising Cane's?
No,
Is it
dude.
Zaxby's?
Honestly,
Is
dude,
it-
Cane's is fucking
Yeah,
bland.
Yeah.
It used to
I
be
like
good.
Cane's.
Cane's
Have
used to
you
be
had
good.
Zaxby's, though?
We just got one here.
Cane's is bland. It's bland.
Zaxby's
I
is a
agree with
win.
Mickey. I used to love Cane's.
The
Now I hate
sauce
it.
and the toast is good. Fuck the chicken.
I've never had
Maybe I
it.
got too big.
I've never been there.
Just go to Jaggers. It's
Jaggers is fire.
Jaggers is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Subscribe to Twitch. Follow us there. We're gonna play video games and stuff, and we'll see you next week
And now music is playing.
for episode
Bye.
3.
Ba, 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 ba.
Bum, bum,
Talking Normies Podcast.
I don't know why my guitar was saying the words.
Chris would be proud.
He would.